What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another very exciting video. In this video, we are going to be going over SoFi Technologies, and I want to start off by taking a look at an interview between Anthony Noto and Jim Cramer. Anthony Noto makes some very interesting points, and I want to go over my perspective on those items. I also want to take a look at SoFi's member numbers, what we can expect from that in the future. I also want to go over their earnings, their revenue, and then leave off with taking a look at what to expect from their next earnings date. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below, and if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that sub button. SoFi has been making some positive moves over the last week. We can see that it is up almost 6%. Over the last month, this stock is up over 8%. If we look at the last 6 months, SoFi is up almost 70%, and year to date, this company is up over 100%.
And because we have these breadth of products, we can give you real solutions to real money problems, whether it's saving money or getting a better return on high interest or finding a place to make investments in a diversified portfolio.
Are any of these answers to those questions generative AI? Because that would be hard every day to come up with. You need a team of economists that you would ruin your bottom line.
We have a significant amount of people that are experts in computer science as well as data science, and we're using their knowledge and capability and this great data source to help train models.
Now, I know that a lot of pundits are saying, you know what, the consumer's really tapped out. I've been hearing this. Now, Brian Moynihan disagree with that, but you sound like things are robust.
Well, we're really stealing share from the big banks. And so we've been able to add more than $2 billion of deposits in each quarter since getting our bank license. And we reported in Q2, we remain confident that we could add $2 billion plus each quarter, and we're on track to do that. We're also seeing the networking benefits of having this large installed base, so our marketing is becoming more efficient, people are more aware of us, and we're driving better cross-buy. So we've started to see the compounding impact on our member and product growth in Q2, and we're seeing it really continue in Q3.
Anthony Noto during that interview mentioned a couple of key points. The first being the stealing of market share from larger banks. That is massive for SoFi moving forward, because as they can get their total deposits up, that allows them to loan out more money, and that is ultimately what SoFi's business is really focused around. Mortgage loans, personal loans, student loans, that is all what is going to impact their top line and bottom line numbers. The second key point that Anthony Noto brings up during that interview is the cost of acquiring customers. He goes into the fact that as they have developed more and more advertising and gotten their name out there more, that customers are flocking to them on a more frequent basis, and they're having to spend less money to actually acquire those customers. And we can see that over the last quarter, they gained more than 584,000 new members, which brought them to a total of 6.2 million members, which is up 44% year over year. SoFi has always done a very good job of increasing their member numbers. We can see that they are currently sitting at 6.2 million members, and over this last quarter, they increased by 584,000 members. That is the most members they have ever added in a single quarter. However, one thing to keep in mind is as these companies grow in member accounts, it is always difficult for them to keep up their year-over-year growth. We can see that they are currently sitting at 44% year-over-year growth in terms of their members. However, if we look back to 2021, we can see that they were growing by 110% year over year. And SoFi needs to do a good job of continuing to grow their members to help impact their top and bottom line numbers. If we look at their trailing 12-month revenue, we could see that they are currently only bringing in around $2.3 billion in revenue. And growing their member count will also affect bottom line numbers. We could see that over the last few quarters, they've been very consistent about hitting anywhere from -5 cents to -7 cents in EPS. However, what they are expecting to hit in the fourth quarter is potentially their first positive EPS number. For the upcoming quarter, we can see that analysts have an average EPS estimate of -7 cents. They have a low estimate of -10 cents and a high estimate of 0 cents. If we look to the fourth quarter, the range gets even tighter as the average estimate hits -1 cent, the low estimate hits -2 cents, and the high estimate hits +1 cent of EPS. The next big catalyst growth for SoFi's member numbers could be their student loan section. As we're starting to see student loan repayments begin again, that could draw a lot of new customers into SoFi's ecosystem, as we could start seeing a lot of these students begin to refinance their debt onto a platform like SoFi. We will see how well SoFi is able to continue to grow their member numbers, as they're expected to announce their Q3 earnings on November 7th of 2023. In my opinion, the next 3 to 4 quarters for SoFi are going to be critical, especially because investors are looking at the company and hoping that it can hit profitability over the next year. But while they do that, they need to maintain very high growth rates. We need to see member count continue to increase by around 40% year over year to help SoFi justify the valuation that is being put against the business. We see other banks like Ally, their growth rate fell off in terms of numbers, and that drew down on their valuation. For SoFi to stay at high valuations and also get in favor of investors who are looking for businesses that are profitable, they need to maintain high growth rates of members as well as maintaining and getting to a state of profitability. But keep in mind, that is all my opinion. Do not buy a company just because some random guy on YouTube talked about it. Make sure you are doing your own research and looking into companies that meet your risk tolerance as well as your time horizon. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day.